Hi, this is JP from The Lights Over Arkham. Welcome to the third scenario of the core box campaign for the new Chapter 2 Arkham Horror core set. And we are on the Queen of Ash scenario for Brethren of Ash campaign. And I had 11 experience to upgrade my deck after the second scenario, so I opted to add 1 Charisma, another level 5 Cosmic Flame, and also Augur of Elokos event into my deck. I'll just shuffle these two into the deck. Charisma is needed in this scenario because now you are not allowed to put your story asset ally into play without it taking up an ally slot, and we also have the 2 different allies in the deck, so we have plenty of options to play allies, hopefully, to help us along the way towards the ending. So we have set up the scenario, but first I will read the story. And again, this is a full playthrough, so spoiler alert, I'm not going to redact anything. So if you want to experience the campaign ending by yourself, feel free to play it first, and after that come and see the video if you're still interested. Other than that, that is the last spoiler warning I will do. So let's get into the story. So we are in scenario 3, Queen of Ash. Intro 1. Dr. Armitage thanks the waitress at Velma's diner as she sets 2 pieces of warm apple pie between you. The head librarian pushes one towards you and with a strange smile. Arkham is changing. The world is changing for the worse, I fear, but at least we have pie. Together, you and Dr. Armitage piece together a disturbing picture of the situation at hand. The Brethren of Ash are not conspirators, Armitage says. They are trolls, all of them. Trolls of an ancient goddess, one that they call Elokos. Dr. Armitage shows you a grotesque woodcut of a gnarled tree with burning branches before continuing. After attending one of the cult's secret gatherings, some prospective followers develop a strange bruise that marks them as one of the Elokos' own. These followers are from all walks of life, rich and poor, weak and strong. Most importantly, these trolls have no idea that they are under her sway. Your mysterious pursuer is one of such troll. According to prophecy, the servants of Flame who attached us at the university is the heartbringer of the Queen's return. The servants gathers sacrifices to make way for the Queen's glorious rebirth. A rebirth they predict will happen this very evening. Based on your campaign difficulty, perform the following. If you are playing on standard difficulty, add 1 Elder Thing and 1 tablet token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. So we add these to the chaos bag. I'll also turn up a bit more light for us. And if the investigators discovered the cult's whereabouts, proceed to intro 2. The thought of your friend being sacrificed chills you to the core. Rather than piece together circumstantial evidence, you suggest that you search the servant of Flame's residence for some clue. Your search turns up several leads: an invitation to a secret meeting, a pair of scuffed muddy boots, a record of bootlegging operations in the waterfront district, a photo of 3 faces lit by candlelight in the dark. Everything points to the Arkham sewers. A bit foolish, wouldn't you think, for a cult that worships fire to conduct their business in the sewers? Armitage chuckles, but I believe you are correct. Together you resolve your to scour the sewers for any trace of your friend. Proceed to setup. So we have set up the scenario here. We start at the sewer culvert, and let's see. So we shuffle the sewer encounter set, so you don't know which is which, and then we place them there. And we start at the sluice control. We start at the sewer culvert, and we set the sluice control aside out of play. And we didn't have the investigator scored Arkham for answers, and we didn't have the investigator stirred up trouble, and we didn't kill the servant of flame, so we ignore all of those. And we only have one player, so no doom is added. And we have gathered the fire encounter set and set it aside. Each copy of the fire aside out of play. And we have shuffled the remaining encounter cards to create the encounter deck, and we are ready to begin. So, without further delay, let's get started. Okay, so we are ready to start the last scenario in this campaign. First, let's read the agenda and act cards. So, Agenda 1A, a gathering. Chanting echoes through the fated tunnels. The cult's rebirth is at hand. Each enemy at the location with a copy of fire attached cannot be damaged, and 6 doom threshold. Search the sewers. The Brethren of Ash could be anywhere. You must search the sewers for the cult's ritual site if you hope to save your friend. Objective: when an investigator enters underground cistern, advance. All of these sewer tunnels are connected to the sewer culvert, and each sewer tunnel is connected to underground cistern, but as an additional cost to enter underground cistern, investigators must spend 3 clues as a group. So we need to get 3 clues first. And we start the game with 1 physical trauma, which we suffered from the first scenario. And we'll go from there. So hoping to see some assets. So this is awesome. So for my next trick we can basically find whatever we need. I think we keep Oliver Bishop and Armitage and Sticky Fingers and redraw 1 Oliver Bishop. And we find manual dexterity. So we shuffle the other Oliver Bishop into the player deck. Let's see how we will do this. I'm not going to shuffle that much because we are probably going to play for our next trick immediately. So, okay, it reduces the cost by 2. So, and search your deck for a spell or item asset and play it, reducing its cost by 2. So I think we will play let's see, do I want to play Olivier or Olivier gives us free actions by letting us move, so I'll play Olivier as our first action. Second action I'll play for my next trick. So search your deck for a spell or item asset and play it, reducing its cost by 2. We'll pick the Cosmic Flame, level 5, and play it for 1 resource. And for our last action, the reason is why I prefer the combat spell instead of the investigative spell, because some of these locations might trigger and spawn an enemy at our location, which we want to be able to fight. Okay, I think that's enough shuffling for the deck. We'll trigger Olivier, and let's start from yeah, let's start from this side. So we find 0 tunnels. So force, after you enter this location, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded and draw it. So this is what I meant by we want to be able to fight, but good thing we were ready for this, so we find a Hellhound immediately. Good thing we have the Cosmic Flame level 2, so we are going to fight as our last action and not committing anything. We are 7 versus 2. +1, we'll spend 1 to deal 3 damage to this enemy in total and defeat it. And that's okay. We have an easy clue to get next round. So that is our turn. We ready up, we draw another Olivier Bishop and we gain a resource. So we go to the next round and add a Doom. Encounter card for this round is Extraplanar Visions. Test Willpower or Intellect X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. If you fail, take 1 damage and discard 1 card at random from your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is Willpower 4 test. Do you want to commit anything? No. Well, we might lose some valuable cards here, but it is what it is. So 5 versus 4 willpower test. Well, it is an Elder Sign. You may return a non-story asset at your location to its owner's hand. I opt to not do that, but I will pass the test happily. I think I will take a double action to get 2 resources. Or not. I am... okay, we can take it a bit slow here. We have plenty of time here. So I'll take 2 resources and play Dr. Henry Armitage. So now we have 2 allies in play. And that is our turn. We ready up and draw a card. Emergency cash. Well, that would have been better to have first. So we should have drawn the card, but it is what it is. And we gain a resource, so no enemy actions will go to upkeep. We did upkeep, so we go to the next Mythos phase. We had a Doom. It is a second copy of the Extraplanar Vision, so who shuffled this deck anyway? We are again testing 5... now we are 6 versus 4, because we still have 4 cards in hand. -1. We still succeed, so nothing gets discarded. And we don't take any damage. So I think first action we'll play the emergency cash, just so we have resources ready. We'll try to investigate 3 versus 1. Zero, we'll grab the clue. We'll use Olivier to free move here. And we will move here. So sewer tunnels, flooded crypt. Force, when you end your turn at this location, take 1 horror. And it's a victory point location. Force route 1 clue, so we really need some clue tech to get the clue from here. We end our turn here, so we'll take 1 horror. That's not a problem for Dexter. We do the upkeep, so we're ready. And we get the Necronomicon. And we need to get rid of that sooner than later, because we cannot play assets or trigger abilities on other assets you control. Okay, well, we add a Doom. Encounter card is Torment. Just willpower 3. If you fail, name a card type, asset, event, or skill. Each investigator discard 1 card of the named type from their hand. I think I will be choosing event because it doesn't affect me at all. So I'm testing 6 versus 3. And Elder Thing is -3. If you fail, draw the topmost copy of fire in the encounter discard pile. There are none yet. So we haven't gone through the symbols yet. So Skull is X, X is the number of fire treacheries in play. Cultist is -2. If this is an attack or evasion targeting a cultist enemy, reveal another token. Tablet is -2, -4 instead if you are at the ritual site. And we just drew the Elder Thing, so that is that. So we pass easily, or rather we just nearly passed that. First action, I will draw a card. Jim Culver doesn't help us. We don't have ally slot available. But we could try to pass this test by 7 versus 5. So I'll try to do that. So we'll commit Jim Culver to the Necronomicon test. We are up by 2. -2. If this is an attack or evasion, it isn't. So we pass. We get rid of the Necronomicon. And last action, we'll draw a card. We still try to find some way to get some clues. Nothing. So we'll go to upkeep. We draw Soul Link. That will help us. And we gain a resource. We'll go to the next round. 4 of 6. We find Wild Compulsion, test willpower 3. For each point you fail by, you must either discard 1 card at random from your hand or lose 1 resource. We can easily lose some resources here. We are testing 6 versus 3, so we have a high chance of succeeding still without committing anything. -1. We pass. Okay, first action. I will investigate here. And I will commit Soul Link to the test. We'll take 1 horror. I'll take it on myself. And we are now 6 versus 4. So hopefully that is enough to pass the test. We really want to get... when you end your turn at this location, we should have taken 1 horror, ending our turn here last round. Okay. We are accumulating some horror here, but hopefully we can get the clue. So it is a -1, so we get the clue. That's great. And we use Olivier to move here. Second action, we'll move here. It is sewer tunnels. Choose round 1 clue. After you enter this location, lose 1 action. So unfortunately we lose our last action, so we can't investigate it yet. But... that is the turn for us. We'll ready up, draw second sight and gain a resource, so that's great. Now we have an investigative spell also. We go to the Mythos phase. We add a Doom. 5 of 6. Encounter card is Cosmic Evils. You must either place 1 Doom on the current agenda. This may cause the agenda to advance, or take 1 direct damage and 1 direct horror. And this can search. I will take the damage and horror. We don't want to lose turn here. And we find a Hellhound. Well, that's not a problem. We will first action play the second sight, because that doesn't trigger attacks of opportunity, because we have Henry Armitage in play. Second action, we will use the Cosmic Flame to fight the Hellhound. I don't need to commit anything. Oh yeah, actually, let's back up. This is why I have the Sticky Fingers in hand. So I will play Sticky Fingers as a fast action. I'll just keep it here. Not going to use that much. So that's a fast action. Then we can play another asset. So we'll play a second sight. So we still haven't used any actions here. So I will actually investigate here first. So we are still in the first action of the round step. We are investigating 6 versus 2. Elder Sign. We will return Sticky Fingers to our hand. We don't need it. And we'll get the clue. Second action, we will use the Cosmic Flame to fight the Hellhound. We are up by 6, I think, -1. We'll spend 1 to deal 3 damage. We'll use Olivier, so we could move to Underground Cistern now. Which we might do, because I know there is one location that doesn't have a clue on it, so we would be wasting time to try and find any more clues. So investigate, fight, and we can spend the 3 clues to move to Underground Cistern. So, if there are no clues on Underground Cistern, place clues from the token pool on it up to its clue value. First, when the investigation phase ends, discard each ready non-elite cultist enemy at this location. Place 1 doom on the agenda for each enemy discarded in this way. And when an investigator enters Underground Cistern, advance. The ritual site. The chanting leads you through a labyrinth of tunnels to a dry cistern. Several dozen robed figures kneel before a burning birch tree, chanting. Your friend is among them. You must stop them before they sacrifice themselves to Elokos. Spawn the set-aside Elokos enemy at Underground Cistern. Faint embers side face up. The investigators at Underground Cistern draw one of the set-aside fire treacheries. Shuffle each other copy of fire into the encounter deck along with the set-aside Queen's Knight and Herald of Flame enemies. Put the set-aside Sluice Control location into play. So let's put the Sluice Control here. Let's just put this here. So I didn't bother putting the connection locations here because there would be like 5 just going there and none would connect here, and again 5 there, so it's pretty clear where you can go from where. So, as an additional cost to enter Sluice Control, investigators must spend 1 clues as a group. I think we don't need to go there at all. Let's see, so spawn the set-aside Elokos enemy. Let's look at the big baddie of this campaign. Elokos Faint Embers, Ancient 1 Flora, Elite, 5 Fight, 5 Health, 5 Evade, Massive Retaliate. Elokos gets +5 health, cannot move, and cannot make attacks of opportunity. Spend 1 clue, place 1 clue on Elokos if Elokos has 5 clues on her. Resolution 2. And there is another side, but we don't need to read that, so I'll just place Elokos there. Then we draw one of the set-aside fire treacheries, so this place is on fire, so we can't even hurt anything here. Shovel each other copy of the fire into the encounter deck along with the Queen's Knight and Herald of Flame. And we already put the Sluice Control location into play. Okay, so 2 clues here. I think this guy doesn't do attacks of opportunity, but we will go back from here and see if we can find the location with the clues on it. Okay, I think that's enough shuffling, so last action we'll move over here. So we find the sewer tunnel smuggler's cache. 3 shroud, 0 clues. When you end your turn at this location, gain 1 resource. Okay, that's good. And nothing else. Oh yeah, we still need to read the stop the rite. You must stop the rite at any cost. You could scar the cistern for a means to stop the cult, or you could try to chop their profane idol to tinder. Spend 1 clue as a group, discard a copy of fire at your location. When the round ends, each cultist enemy moves once towards the underground cistern. If Elekos is defeated, advance. Okay, well that's our turn. No enemy actions. We'll go to upkeep, we draw another second sight, and we gain a resource. And we go to the mythos phase, we add a doom, so the agenda advances. Flame in the dark. Yeah, it advances. From somewhere deep within the bowels of the city, a searing flame grows in intensity. Those who bear the mark of the Queen arise to herald her return. If the servant of flame enemy is set aside, spawn it at underground cistern. Okay, way much stuff in here. Don't put this here. Okay. Each investigator must test willpower 4. Each investigator who fails takes 1 direct horror. I doubt we are going to use this, so I'm committing it to the test. So we are testing 7 versus 4. It is an auto fail, so we take 1 direct horror. So we are actually halfway to madness with Dexter, but still have plenty of soak here, just so that we don't get any more direct horror. A ritual. The air is choked with noxious smoke as the sounds of chanting grow louder. Each enemy at a location with a copy of fire attached cannot be damaged. And encounter card for this round is Noxious Smoke. We test willpower or agility 3, take 1 damage for each point you fail by. I think we are testing 6 versus 3 with our willpower. -3, we don't fail, so we just succeed. Okay, now we have to think a bit, because this guy is Hunter Retaliate, and when we defeat this guy we get to read a entry. Okay, but how do we deal with this guy? Can we like guide it, make it run here? So if we go here, wait there for a turn, then come back through here, so it will move here, then move, okay. Or we could just go and kill it. So if we move in with Olivier, we can attack using Cosmic Flame and kill it. And then we still have 1 action to move away. So I think, but we can't do anything because there's fire there. So if we move there, it engages us, we kite it out of there and then kill it. I think we can soak that damage and horror, hopefully. Okay, I think that's a good idea, because now we... this is a cultist, so if it stays there, when the round ends, each cultist enemy moves once towards the underground cistern. If Elekos is defeated, advance. So this moves there. And when the investigator phase ends, discard each ready non-elite. Okay, that doesn't affect this, but this makes everything a bit hard now, a bit harder now. So we should have killed him when we had the chance in the scenario 2. But you live and learn. And I'll use Olivier to move in. This guy engages us. We will do our first action. So this guy actually doesn't do an attack of opportunity because we have Dr. Henry Armitage, so forgot about that. So we'll move here. Sewer tunnels, toxic waste pit. When you end your turn at this location, choose and discard one card from your hand, so that's okay. And we can also get the clue from here for a later purpose. So our second action is to fight with Cosmic Flame. We are fighting 8 versus 4. Tablet is -2 and we are not on the ritual side, so even though if we were, we would have hit. So we deal, I will actually spend the token here, because now we deal 3 damage. And if we draw a skull next, we still deal the 2 damage, but then we have to discard this. So we are last action fighting this guy again, 8 versus 4. -1, we defeat this guy, so it goes into the victory display. And we actually get to read codex entry. I haven't done this before because we didn't face this when I played this blind off camera. So we get to read the Servant of Flame codex entry. And if David Renfield is the Harbinger of Elokos, so by defeating the Servant of Flame, you have brought them to their senses. As you take off their mask, they look up at you, confused. If David Renfield is the Harbinger of Elokos, David snarls as you try to help him stand. Leave me, I am a willing servant. I welcome her into me, and now she will purge all in her cleansing flame. He laughs weakly before drawing his last breath. Each investigator may search their deck for a tome or spell card and play it, ignoring all costs. I will search for Cosmic Flame level 5. This goes into the discard, this comes into play, and we get to recharge it. So happy days, we can fight for the rest of the scenario without being scared to lose this. And then we shuffle our deck. So that was a great result for defeating that guy. And unfortunately we end our turn here, so I have to discard a card from my hand, which isn't a problem. I don't see us needing another copy of Oliver Bishop. And that is our turn. We ready up. We draw Lucky Cigarette Case and gain a resource. We add a Doom. Encounter card for this round is Unnatural Decay. Test willpower 4. If you fail, you must either take 1 Doom or on an asset you control, or take 2 damage. Let's see. I don't have any. Well, I don't think I need the Lucky Cigarette Case, but okay, I'm going to test 6 versus 4, and if I fail, I fail. 0. I won't fail that test, so that's okay. So now, first action, we will play the Lucky Cigarette Case. Second action, we will investigate here with the second sight. So 6 versus 3. -1, we succeed. We'll move in here with Oliver Bishop, spend the clue, put the clue over here. Last action, or actually, I think I will use the clue to move here so we can see what's here. So, sluice control, force route 2 clues. Action, stop them at all costs. You try to open the sluice valve. Test agility or combat 5. If you succeed, each enemy is defeated and each investigator that has not resigned is killed. Resolution 3. Okay, that's the bad ending, I think. But there are 2 clues here, so we can get 2 clues. And that is our turn. No enemy actions will go to upkeep. We draw Will of the Cosmos, that's actually great. And we gain a resource, we add a Doom, just flying through this scenario here. Okay, Azathoth, aloof, 2 fight, 1 health, 2 evade. Force, after this enemy enters play, place 1 Doom on it. So it is aloof here, so it slows us down a bit because now we have to engage it. We have to use Cosmic Flame on it. 8 versus 2. +1. It is defeated. And the last action will investigate here with the second sight. 6 versus... Oh yeah, we draw a card with Lucky Cigarette Case. And we don't need this for anything, so we'll commit it for the icon. So we are 7 versus 4 with the second sight. It is a cultist. -2 we succeed. We spend 1 clue or charge to get 2 clues here, but we have to also spend 1 because we drew a cultist. But we have 2 clues now for next round. And we don't do anything else. We'll draw a card, ready up everything and gain a resource, add a Doom, draw a card. It is Dissonance, test willpower 3 if you fail. Lose 1 action and choose a card type, asset, event or skill. Discard all non-weakness cards of the chosen type from your hand. We are just testing this 6 versus 3. This is gone. It is -2. We are not on our ritual site, so we pass. Good thing. We use Olivier to move here. We do fast actions and put 2 of these on here. We'll investigate with the second sight. We are 6 versus 4. Nothing. We'll commit the other Lucky Cigarette Case, so 7 versus 4. It is a -3, so good thing we had the Lucky Cigarette Case to commit. We get these 2 clues as we spent the last second sight clue. So we... is there a limit here? No. So we'll put these 2 clues here. We still need 1 more clue. Last action we will move here. And we end our turn here, so we get 1 resource. And if there are no clues on Underground Sister... Oh, it happens immediately, so scratch that. We'll stay here. Take a bit of a risk here. So last action, we will investigate 6 versus 4 with the second sight. Actually, we'll sticky finger, play the second sight, so we have new charges. Okay, we can end this also with the Cosmic Flame, or Will of the Cosmos. So we'll last action play the Will of the Cosmos, actually. Put 1 Doom on Sticky Fingers, for example. Then we'll gain
clue from our location and another reveal location. There are none, so I'll place this here. And we have 5 clues on Elokos. So we read resolution 2. And that is the end of the scenario. So that went quite fast actually. So resolution 2. A howling wind pelts you with cinders. Dr. Armitage pulls a battered tome out of the hands of a fallen cultist and chants a guttural in human language. A loud crack as of splitting timber resounds through the cistern, and the flaming tree turns to powdery ash before your very eyes. All around you, the cultists drop their weapons and stop in their tracks, looking suddenly lost. They are no longer under Elokos' sway. You find your friend among them, frightened and confused, but otherwise unharmed. All trace of the mark on their neck has vanished, and the rest of the cult seems to have returned to normal. With no memory of the events of the evening, still your experience tonight leaves you fearful. In the months ahead, the slightest hint of smoke sets your pulse racing. The flames have subsided, but you can't shake the nagging feeling that somewhere deep below the city, the embers of Elokos. Elokos' rage continue to smolder. In your campaign log, record the investigators stop Elokos' glorious rebirth. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. Each investigator earns 5 bonus experience for stopping the blasphemous ritual. The investigators have earned the collector campaign reward card. Add both copies to this card to the player card pool. And each investigator suffers 2 mental trauma and 2 physical trauma from the events of the evening. The investigators win the campaign. Okay, I am not going to read the design notes. You can read them for yourself when you play this. But yeah, that was the Brethren of Ash campaign with Dexter Drake. As you can see, I think Mystic is one of the stronger classes for the new core set. I am only playing with the core set cards here, but still the deck is really powerful, and you can game the game pretty well with the help of Olivier Bishop and the ability to investigate and fight very efficiently with the Mystic spell assets. And yeah, I think I will play this campaign again with some of the different investigators from the core set, and when we get the investigator starter decks later on in April, I will be building decks for those, trying this core campaign with those while we are waiting for the new campaign, mini 3-part campaign coming in later this summer. But for now, hope you guys like this playthrough. Thanks for watching, and until next time.